What I'm about to present to you is not taught in school and is gonna blow your mind forever. Hey guys, Spanish compared to other Romance languages. Today we'll be looking at Spanish compared to two Spanish-based Creoles, Papiamento and Palenquero. We will first take a look at where these languages are spoken and a little bit of their history, just because it's fascinating and totally mind-blowing. Then, after that, we're gonna give these languages a ranking from 1 to 10 to see how much me as a Spanish speaker can understand them. So let's check it out. Whoa. But before we get started, it's important to clarify what a Creole language is. Creole languages are born from mixing of different languages into a standardized whole new language. There are actually very few Spanish-based Creoles. I can think of Chavacano in the Philippines, which I have explored in other videos that I recommend watching at the end of this video. Palenquero, which we're gonna explore today, is one of them. And Papiamento could be a Spanish or Portuguese-based Creole. Let's get started with Palenquero, a language that is actually spoken in my country, Colombia. Currently, there are less than 3,000 native speakers of Palenquero, and all of them live in a small town near Cartagena called San Basilio de Palenque. The history of Palenquero is quite badass, actually. Cartagena, the largest city near San Basilio de Palenque, has a dark history of being a place where European colonizers brought kidnapped Africans for slavery. A few of those slaves actually escaped and formed San Basilio de Palenque, which by many is considered the first free African town in the Americas. One of those slaves that escaped went by the name of Bencos Biojo. He was member of the royalty in what today is known as the Democratic Republic of Congo. When Biocos arrived to San Basilio de Palenque, he actually became a leader and he organized a guerrilla group composed by runaway slaves to liberate most slaves that were arriving to Cartagena. No matter how hard they tried and what aggressive tactics they used, the Europeans, the Spaniards, they couldn't get rid of this guerrilla group. So they decided to create a treaty with Boicos and his group, giving total autonomy to San Basilio de Palenque, and thus becoming for real recognized by the Europeans the first free African town in the Americas, as I mentioned before. Of course, the Europeans eventually betrayed Boicos, and while he was peacefully living in San Basilio de Palenque, he got killed by the Europeans. To this day, there is mistrust between the people of San Basilio de Palenque and the people of European descent. And this is history that you absolutely never learn in Colombian schools. So, Palenquero is the language spoken in this town, and it's a mix of Congolese languages with European languages like Spanish and Portuguese. The real cool thing is that Palenquero is taught and transmitted through music. For this reason, in 2005, the UNESCO declared it a masterpiece of the oral heritage of humanity. Without more preamble, let's take a look at Palenquero, how it sounds and how much I can understand. I will listen to a small introduction from a video that is made in Palenquero, and then I will listen to a cooking recipe that comes in Palenquero. So it's two videos, so let's check them out.
Suto ataharochi suto keleva penul taminami minia sarangya kuriki lokiata atian di Palenque.
Okay, for starters, I can tell you that I couldn't understand a word he said. So let's see if I do a little bit better with the cooking video. They're making coconut rice, so let's check it out.
Che compone di Palenque. ya echarlo cebolla, ya echarlo ajo, ya echarlo huevo bien picadito. Así la gente se come aquí palenque. Después lo que prepare ese carne, ya dejarlo ahí un ratico, pero cogen gusto. Y tamba cuco la coco y después ya ponerle fuego.
Alright, I think that second one was way more clear. She was using a lot of vocabulary words that actually exist in Spanish, so it was way more related. But I do wonder if she wasn't cooking this specific thing, if she was just speaking and telling me things, would I understand? Because I really didn't understand the other guy at all. So for this one, because it was like so different in both videos, I think I will give Palenquero a 4. That's the ranking of understanding that I give Palenquero compared to Spanish. Now let's move on to another potentially Spanish-based Creole. Some people argue that it's Portuguese-based, but it's hard to tell because Portuguese and Spanish are so different. So we're gonna take a look at Papiamento. Papiamento is spoken in the ABC islands of the Dutch Caribbean. So you may be wondering, what are those ABC islands? Well, ABC is for Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. There are several theories about the origin of Papiamento, but one of the most accepted theories is that it actually originated in West Africa in Portuguese colonies. Papiamento is way more widely spoken than Palenquero. It has close to 500,000 speakers and is recognized as the official language of these 3 islands that I mentioned, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. Papiamento is spoken at homes, in the streets, is in newspapers. It has a very official status, and in fact a lot of the Latin American immigrants that moved to Aruba, Curacao, or Bonaire prefer to learn Papiamento to Dutch just because it's way closer to Spanish. So okay, let's check out this language. Let's listen to a little bit of Papiamento and see if it's closer than Palenquero, if I understand it a little bit better. Let's check it out. So here we go with Papiamento.
Atividade caminha rouba não para se tudo sorte de coisas e outra base 10 anos tá motivo para celebrar.
Durante 60 para 180 jovens da vira membro de Bonaire. Cada semana ta saca jovem de semana. Esse aí tá jovem exemplar. Albercito Kudanik tá jovem de semana e nós passa uma tarde junto com nang na centro.
Agora que me vai fazer prato para não para usar dia que nanda celebrar 10 anos de Bonaire.
Tem 3 palavras e jovem não resumir tem que forma Bonaire ajudante na vida. Responsabilidade, respeito e amistade.
Amistad, ora vou ser amistad quindi amigo, cultura.
Alright. I have to explain to you why I'm gonna give this ranking. I'm actually gonna give it a closer ranking than Palenquero. So I think for Papiamento, I'm gonna give it a 7. I think this one is very close to Spanish. It sounds a lot like Portuguese, so I would say it's a Portuguese-based Creole, but I can still understand what they are saying and what's going on. Palenquero, that was the case only on the cooking video. It was, I wish I had a bigger sample, like a news outlet speaking in Palenquero, but I just couldn't find it. So Papiamento was way easier to understand. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. There you have it, Palenquero and Papiamento. Let us know in the comments how you did understanding those languages, and let us know where you're from so we can get some context. Maybe you speak Portuguese, you're from Brazil or from Portugal, or maybe you're learning Spanish. I would like to see how you hear these languages. Also, don't forget to comment which videos you would like to see in this channel. I like to read and listen to all of my comments so I can produce and keep producing videos about Spanish language and Hispanic culture. Don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more great content. Hasta la vista, amigos. Bye.